Hi, my name is Momotaz. I have recently deployed a web application project in the AWS Cloud Services for my academic curriculum NET 702. Background of the project: creating distributed highly available system in AWS Cloud. The aim of the project: to move web application from local infrastructure to AWS Cloud Platform. My website name is Dinosaur Store, that is Dinosaur, and the website business is to sell dinosaur. This is my reference architecture, and this architecture has been designed with 10 modules. In this screencast, I am going to show you module 5, adding EC2 virtual machines and deploying the web app. Now I would like to give you an idea about my module 5 activities, what I did during my implementation session before I began. First, I created a policy for DynamoDB and SQS by using IAM services, and I create a rule for EC2 instance. Then I created two EC2 instances for web server and queue server. Then I remotely log in my web server and I install some services there for published my applications through IIS. Then I published my dinosaur applications from Visual Studio, and then I move it to local machines to AWS Cloud Platform. Now I am going to my AWS Management Console. Here I am gonna select IAM under Security, Identity and Compliance. Here you can see IAM Dashboard, Rules and Policies. First I will show you how to create a policy. Create policy generator. You have to give a name, allow, effect, allow the service you want to make a policy. Suppose in my case I am going to create a policy for DynamoDB, so I'm gonna select DynamoDB. Actions, here you have to declare your actions. I'm gonna declare my action: delete table, describe table, get item, and put item, update item. Then you have to put here ARN of DynamoDB, so you need to go DynamoDB console, DynamoDB. It's a NoSQL database. Tables. You can see here a table, sp.net _ session state. I'm gonna click on it. Here under the overview, I will get ARN of DynamoDB. I'm gonna copy it. Then IAM Management Console, I'm gonna paste it here. Then add a statement. Next step. Here, if I click on create policy, the policy will be created, but I already made this policy. I'm not gonna make it again, so I'm gonna hit on cancel. Now I'm going to show you the policy I made earlier. This is my policy, Dynamo SQS policy, and this policy consists of DynamoDB SQS. Now I'm going to rules. You have to make rules here, and I already made a rule. You can see here web server rule, and this rule is attached with Dynamo SQS policy. Now I'm going to show you how to create a rule in AWS platform. Create a rule for EC2 instance, and here you to attach your customized policy, or you can attach here policy from AWS, but you can attach 10 policy under one rule. The next step, you have to give a name here, rule for web server, or something appropriate. Then click on create rule. If I click on create rule, the rule will be created, but I already made this rule, so I'm not gonna create it again. I will hit cancel. Now I'm going to show you how to create EC2 instance, because in this module I also create two EC2 instance, one for web server, another one for Q server. You have to go AWS Management Console again, compute EC2. For creating a new instance, you have to launch an instance. Here you have to choose an Amazon machine image. I'm gonna choose Windows 2012 R2 base because I implemented my project with Windows Server. Here T2 micro general purpose, then next configure instance details. You need to change two things here. Network, you can select your existing VPC, or you can declare here your default VPC, or you can create a new VPC. I'm gonna select my existing VPC. Then I will allocate my IAM role here, the role I made earlier step, web server role, add storage, then next add tag. Here I'm gonna give a name web server, then next configure security. You can assign your security group, create a new security group, or you can select an existing security group. If you click on existing security group, you will see your existing security group, and if you click on create a new security group, you will get an option for create a new security group. A security group is most important things during configurations of EC2 instance, because it controls the traffic for your instance. And then you need to add rule. Add rule means you are allowing some traffic to reach your instance. I'm gonna allow RDP, remote desktop protocols, and I will access it from my local machine. So I'm choosing my IP. This is public IP of my IP. Then I'm gonna select another protocol, HTTP, because this is a website. I am gonna access it from my local machines, HTTP, and it is accessible from anywhere because it is a public website and people will access this website. Then launch, you will get here a key pair option. You can choose your existing key pair, or you can create a new key pair. If you create a new key pair, you need to download key pair, others you will not able to access your EC2 instance. In this task, I'm gonna choose my existing key pair and I acknowledge it. If I hit on launch instance will be created in a minute, but I don't want to deploy another instance because I already made it, so I'm gonna cancel it. Cancel. Okay, now I'm going to my resources. Here you can see a web server and Q server. Now I am logging in my web server through RDP from my local machine. Connect. I need to get my password. Choose password. You have to give a path of your password that you downloaded before during installation of your EC2 web server. Then download remote desktop file. Click here, connect, put the password here, okay, yes, you got your remote connection of your EC2 instance from your local machines. Then you need to go server manager, you need to add some rule and feature before you publish to your applications. Rule and features. Next. Now server rule, you have to select web server IAS, then under that you will get web server. From here security, you will get your Windows authentication here, and you have to select ASP.NET 4.5 from application development. Then next you will get .NET Framework 4.5 feature. You can see my installation button is disabled because I already installed those services. So I'm gonna hit on cancel. Here Now I'm going to show how to publish applications from Microsoft Visual Studio. Here you can see Net 702 Dinosaur and Net 702 Dinosaur.order processor. This one for my Q server. This is the Q applications. This is my web server. This is my website applications. So I'm going to show you how to publish it. Although I already published my applications. Right click of your mouse, published. Here you can see profile. You have to give a profile name here. Then connection. Here you have to mention the which publish method you are going to choose. Then settings, release, then review. Then if you click on publish, the website will be published. But I already published my website and my folder is storage delocation. Cancel. Now I am moving my Dinosaur website applications that I published to my EC2 instance of web server. You need to copy your file and you need to put it your desktop. Here I put it. Then you have to go the location of C inetpub, then www root. You can see here I put this file here. Then I'm gonna server manager again, then tools, internet information service. You can see here I already published my applications. But if you want to publish your application, you have to right button your mouse, add application. Then you have to give alias here. Then you have to put your physical path of the folders. Then OK, the file will be published like this. I'm gonna export it. Switch to content view. And now I will browse my website from default.aspx. Default. You can see my website. This is now running from localhost. You can see the IP address 127.0.0.1. Now I'm going to replace localhost with my EC2 instance of web server public DNS. Here I will replace localhost with public DNS so that I can access this website from my local machines through internet. Here you can see the private IP of my EC2 instance of web server. Then I'm gonna copy it, the URL, then my local machine website. I'm gonna put it here and enter. Yeah, now I am accessing my website from my local machines through internet that is stored in AWS EC2 instance. Now I am going to my Q server. This is my Q server and this is my order processor applications. Here setup. I made a shortcut of setup and I put that setup exe file into the program data, Microsoft Windows start menu, programs startup. Here I'm gonna double click it and application will be connected. Then I'm gonna show you my web applications website is working or not. Can I buy something or not? I'm gonna buy it today. Check out. I'm gonna put my credit card. Buy now. Yeah, thank you for payment. Log out. I'm going to my Q server. Here you can see Q server receive a message, count is 1, and Q server delete the message. Now I'm going to my database and I will check my order is updated into my database or not. Okay, I lost the connection, my database session. I'm going to create another new session to connect it with my RDC that is also in the AWS platform. Here I'm going to run this query again. So I'm going to check the transaction I made. Yes, this is the transaction I made, and it is also stored in my database. That means my website is working, my queue server is working, my RDS database system is working. So my whole system is working and it's successfully implemented. If you want to know about other modules, please visit my blog that I put the link under this video. And if you get any error, I will appreciate if you put your comment about this video. Thank you for watching.